Hi everyone, welcome to the Symposium podcast. I'm Momji, broadcasting from the UCLA campus. So today I will have conversations with UCLA students about the increasing concerns over the novel coronavirus or COVID-19. This podcast is brought to you by Symposium, a mobile app for UCLA students to chat with other students on campus about topics and ideas you're interested in. What makes Symposium different from Reddit or many other discussion apps out there is that you can chat with people near you, and if you want, you guys can meet up. We're trying to bring people together in real life for face-to-face conversations. I know it's not the best time to promote in-person interactions, but hey, coronavirus will go away, so go ahead and download our app, Symposium, from the Apple App Store or Google Play. Now, back to our podcast, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. What do you guys study?
International business.
Awesome.
Same.
Are you guys from international countries or?
We're from France.
France. Cool. Oh, so there is a outbreak in France as well, right?
Yeah.
So I'm asking students what they think about the COVID-19 outbreak and whether. So a few hours ago, UC Berkeley has announced that they're gonna suspend in-person instructions and shift to online classes. So what do you think if UCLA should do the same, or what? How concerned are you about the risk?
I remember we got an email that they said that because I heard there was like 3 students who got tested here, 3 or 6, I'm not sure, but they were tested negative, so they didn't close the campus. I personally don't want them to close the campus because the exams are coming up, and some courses I just can't do if I don't have like real classes in front of me. But at the same time, I don't know, because
I think there's a great fear, but it's nothing really bad. For people who are immune, who have immune systems, weak immune systems, maybe it's better for them to ask for online classes and then get them to stay at home and just study at home. But for normal people who don't have those problems, I guess it's only fear. It's driven by fear.
I mean, we are lucky, to be our age, to be in good shape, and to have to live in a country where they have the medical access to help us if we get the coronavirus. So.
Yeah.
Where do you think the line is? At what point would you actually consider not coming to campus?
If I have problems, already medical problems, I would ask for online classes because I don't want to have complications for medical stuff. But
if I heard there was loads of cases that would come up in UCLA students, I would probably think that would be a good thing to move to online classes. But right now, because I don't think there's been one confirmed case for UCLA students, so I don't think it's a necessity.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite interested. I think in France there's a major outbreak, right?
Yeah.
And in Italy they closed down city and stuff.
Italy has
compared
really
coming
bad.
home. We're still taking the plane.
We're going home for spring break, so
Oh, wait.
we don't know if we're gonna be able to come
Yeah.
back here, but we'll see.
Awesome. And you guys you're traveling back to France regardless of the outbreak.
Yeah.
Are you concerned at all, or?
No, I don't feel concerned.
I
don't
do
care.
feel concerned because I'm not scared of getting the coronavirus because, as I said, we've got great immune systems and stuff, and we're in countries where it's easily treatable. I'm more scared of not being able to come back to the US afterwards and them closing the frontiers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm afraid for my grandparents, and I'm afraid for my little sister who's 2 years old. But for the rest of my family, if they don't have any medical problems already, I'm not scared. It's a big, how do you say, big flu? Yeah. Same symptoms, so I guess it's not that bad. People are dying from the flu every year, lots of people. And it's not as big deal as coronavirus, I don't know. So I'm not scared.
I'm just talking to UCLA staff.
Yes.
Remember, right? So the question was just, what do you think about the coronavirus outbreak? And a few hours ago, UC Berkeley announced that, they're going to suspend in-person instructions. And what are your views? Should UCLA follow UC Berkeley's decisions? What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. I think they should follow the same decision that they're doing to prevent any outbreak. And I think the chancellor sent an email saying that, that was also part of his plan. to prevent any outage on campus. And anybody is feeling sick or feeling that they have some sort of those symptoms, they should just stay at home and either get tested.
Got it. If the university decided to shift to fully online courses for the, let's say, finals as well as spring quarter, how does that affect you?
Since I'm a staff, it doesn't affect me at all. Chances that staff, we're probably gonna have to either probably stay at home as well, or either come on campus depending on the situation, where the outbreak is. But the rumors that I've heard is that majority of the staff, they will be allowed to either telecommute and work from home as well. Similar following the trend that some of these Googles, the Facebook, and some of these companies are doing.
And personally, are you concerned about the virus, and like how concerned are you?
I am concerned, but I'm not paranoid about it per se.
Hey guys, you're listening to the Symposium podcast. There are 3 episodes on the coronavirus and UCLA with very different perspectives, so make sure to listen to the other episodes. If you like topics and conversations like these, don't just listen. Join the conversation on Symposium. Download our app from the Apple App Store or Google Play. That's Symposium spelled SIMPOZIUM. Please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter as Symposium app. Now, back to our conversation. There was an LA Times article that 3 UCLA students were tested for coronavirus, but then I think over the weekend they found out that it's negative.
I think they found out the next day that
a lot of
was
pandemonium and stuff and feeding into.
Well, no, I think you still need to tell, it's still right for them to tell us what's going on, because they can't hide it from us, even if it is going to generate fear.
Have the administrators even emailed stuff out? Or
they
anything?
emailed that they were self-quarantining, the students who thought they had the virus and were being tested. And then they emailed us later in the day that they found out that they weren't, that they didn't have the virus. But I think sometimes they could include more information, because they could be very vague in their emails. And then as for whether they should transition to online classes, I feel like they should start at least having that in mind and
safety
on
precautions and things. And that's probably the reason that they're vague, is because they don't have these set in place. Even all the disasters that have happened, for example, school shootings and things that have just happened, they don't have any protocols set in place.
That's what I was going to say.
For anyone to what are the other options? And unfortunately, these things seem to always happen around finals week, midterms, all that.
Yeah.
Especially because UCLA is so fast, And so what do we do? Remember when the shooting? It's still come to class, y'all.
And for the fires, they had classes going on.
Right.
And they finally canceled them. So
You guys are talking about a couple years ago, right?
Yeah,
the shooting a couple years ago.
Yeah,
Wait, which shooting was this?
There was a shooting in
while
engineering
ago.
4, disgruntled grad student or a post. I don't know who he was, but he came and shot a professor here.
Interesting. So actually today, a few hours ago, there was an announcement that UC Berkeley is shifting to online courses, and I think Stanford is doing the same. And from what I know, UC Berkeley and Stanford, and I think in the announcement, they don't have the confirmed cases on campus, but I think this is just a precautionary measure that UC Berkeley decided. So what do you guys think? Should UCLA follow that? And what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that'd be a great way, especially because they don't have it in place. I think there should be more demand from students even to say, do this, because
There is a petition going around that's cancel finals. I don't think they will cancel finals. If anything, they'll just make it online. They'll make everything online tests or something like that.
You guys are at a high school that is under UCLA, Gaffin Academy. Awesome. And what's your name? What do you study?
My name's Oshin. Yeah, high school student as well at Gaffin Academy. Working in a mechanical and electrical engineering lab. Yeah. It's kind of funny because actually today at our school we ended early, and right now the teachers are all doing training on digital education, digital classing. But I think one of the issues is I'm not sure that UCLA has the resources and is currently prepared to shift to digital. So I think it's gonna, over the next couple of days, I think it's gonna take a while for UCLA to shift to that.
Interesting. There's a lot of debate around what should be the right course of action, even at like the president levels. When should be that line where cities will be locked down? Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you feel worried that the virus is coming and the government or the university is doing enough to protect everybody?
I mean, I can't speak for the other guys, but I mean, for me personally, like, I'm pretty young. I don't have any autoimmune, like, immunodeficiencies. So, I mean, like, I think...
Yeah. In the
all
case
of
that
us
we
three,
all
like,
catch it, we would probably survive.
Yeah, we'd survive and we'd fight it off like a flu in like a week. The issue is more whether we'd spread it to other people who are like immuno. Yeah, exactly. So it's not a worry, like, danger for us, but more for like spreading it to other people.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And like, I know that Japan wasn't handling it as well as they could have. Yeah, like, I have a lot of family in Japan, so my parents know about the news in Japan quite a lot. And I know that, like, they didn't handle it as well as they could have. They could have, like, stopped the contact with, like, China and stuff. And if they did that, they would have, like, kind of helped prevent a lot of the coronavirus to come into Japan. I'm not saying specifically China, but, like, it was, like, one of the things that could have helped. And like, Japan could have waited until they were more better prepared, but now because Japan specifically uses a lot of public transportation, like trains and stuff. So if they get spread, like a few people get the coronavirus, then it spreads really quickly in like places like Japan. So yeah, I just hope that doesn't happen to LA.
Thank you for listening to this episode. There are 2 other episodes with very different perspectives on the coronavirus and UCLA, so make sure to listen to them as well. This podcast is brought to you by Symposium app. Symposium helps you find like-minded people to have a meaningful conversations in real life. Download Symposium app on Apple App Store and Google Play. And see you on our next episode.